How are you today morning? Today I am going to give you lecture of some basic concepts of chemistry. We have finished structure of atom and I know that you are well versed with it. You can solve any problem whichever come in IIT, entrance or board examination. So before that I'll go speedily with basic concepts of chemistry. Now what is chemistry? Chemistry is the study of matter, its physical and chemical properties and physical and chemical changes if it undergoes under the different conditions. Why we call chemistry as a central science? Knowledge of chemistry is required in the studies of physics, biological science, applied science, and earth and space science. Chemistry is involved in every aspect of day-to-day life. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the fluids we drink, our clothing, transportation, and fuel supplies. Hence, the chemistry is called central science. Right? So, you know how many types of chemistry are there. We have discussed with you organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry, biochemistry, analytical chemistry. Organic chemistry. It deals with the properties of the reactions of the carbon compounds. Inorganic chemistry, it deals with the study of all the compounds which are not organic, and physical chemistry, it deals with the study of the properties of the matter, of the energy change and the theories, laws and principles that explains the transformation of matter from one form to another. So now you are a little bit clear about the chemistry. Then we'll go to chemical bonding. Now since I revised chemistry for you, we will go to the subject of chemical bonding. Now how the chemicals are bonded together, right? Why the atoms are held together in a chemical compounds? Atoms are held together in a chemical compounds due to chemical bonds. Now how these chemical bonds are formed? There are two ways of formation of the chemical bonds. By the loss and the gain of electrons, by sharing the pair of electrons between the two atoms. In either process, the formation of the chemical bond, each atom attains a stable noble gas electronic configuration, which electrons present in the outermost shell of the atom are involved in the formation of chemical compounds. Our chemical compounds bonding is as same as human bonding, because when I say chemistry between Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif is strong, that means bond between them is strong, right? So we come to electronic theory of valency. Electronic theory of valency was proposed by Purcell and Lewis, right? They have given the explanation of valency, which was based in inertness of the noble gases. That is octet rule developed by Lewis. According to Lewis, the atom can be pictured in terms of positively charged kernel, the nucleus of the inner charge, and outer shell that can accommodate maximum of 8 electrons. The octet of electron represents a stable electronic configuration or stable electronic arrangement. Thus, according to this theory, the formation of the chemical compound, each atom loses, gains or shares other electrons so that it is achieves a stable octet. The formation of NaCl involves the transfer of one electron from sodium Na to chlorine chloride. That is, Na is positive and chlorine ion is negative, are formed when held together by chemical bond. The formation of H2, F2, Cl2 and HCl also involves the sharing of the pair of electrons between the atoms. In both cases, each atom attains a stable outer octet of the electrons. So now comes the question, why the octet rule is important? During the formation of chemical bond, the atom loses, gains or shares electrons so that its outermost orbit valency shell contains 8 electrons. Therefore, the atom attains the nearest inert gas called inert gas electronic configuration. When I say inert gas, you tell me noble gas. Both the things are same. Right? Now, significance of the octet rule says octet rule was found to be very useful in explaining the normal valency of the elements, that is the study of the chemical combination of the atoms and leading to the formation of the molecules. Octet rule is not valid for hydrogen and lithium atoms. Why? Because according to octet rule, during the formation of the chemical bond, each atom loses, gains or shares electron so that it achieves the stable octet. 8 electrons in the valency shell. However, H and lithium atoms tend to have 2 electrons in the valency shells similar to that of helium 1s square, which is called duplet. Hence, the octet rule is not valid for H and lithium atoms. Now we define as ionic bond. Ionic bond formed by the complete transfer in one or more electrons from an electropositive atom to an electronegative atom, leading to the formation of the ions which are held together by the electrostatic attraction is called ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So now I will discuss with you formation of the ionic bond in NaCl, sodium chloride. What is sodium chloride? Our common salt which we eat daily, right? The electronic configuration of sodium and chlorine are sodium Z is equal to 11. Therefore, how much is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3s1 or 281. Chlorine Z is equal to 17. The electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5 or 287. Sodium has 1 electron in its valency shell. It has tendency to lose 1 electron to acquire electronic configuration of the nearest inert gas, that is neon. It has got electronic configuration of 2 and 8. Now I will put a one question: where is neon used? Neon being inert gas is used also in the boards we are making on the shops. It is used there also, right? Chlorine has got 7 electrons in its valency shell. Its tendency to get 1 electron and thereby to acquire the electronic configuration of the nearest inert gas, argon, that is 288. During the combination of sodium and chlorine atoms, the sodium transfers its valency electron to the chlorine atom. The sodium atom changes its sodium atom while chlorine atom changes into chloride atom. These two ions are held together by the strong electrostatic force of attraction. The formation of the ionic bond between the Na and Cl can be shown as Na dot about 281 plus chlorine 2 dots above, side में 2 dots and below 2 dots and 1 single dot, that is 287. This is called Na plus Cl minus. Cl has got only 2 dots above, 2 dots side में, 2 dots down and 2 dots after that Cl, after the word Cl. That means you have to write negative there. So Na plus and Cl minus will give us Na plus Cl or Cl minus, that is ionic bond, NaCl. Now explain the formation of the ionic bonds in calcium chloride. Formation of the calcium chloride. The electronic configuration of calcium and chlorine are Na is Z is equal to 1. That means 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2 or 2882. Chlorine Z is equal to 70. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5 or 287. Calcium has got 2 electrons in its valency shell. It has a tendency to lose electrons to acquire electronic configuration of the nearest inert gas, argon, that means 288. Chlorine has 7 electrons in its valency shell. It has a tendency to gain 1 electron and thereby acquire the electronic configuration of nearest inert gas, that is 288. During the combination of calcium and chlorine atoms, the calcium atom transfers its valency electrons to 2 chlorine atoms. Calcium atom changes in calcium 2 plus ion, while the 2 chlorine atom changes into Cl ions. These ions are held together by the strong electrostatic force of attraction. The formation of the ionic bonds between Ca and Cl can be shown as Cl electrons plus Ca 287, 2882 and Cl 287. That means Cl 288 electrons calcium 2 plus 288 electron and Cl 288 electron. Cl plus Ca plus Cl. CaCl2 or Ca2 plus Cl minus. Now we will go for the in a compound like KCl. What is KCl? Potassium chloride. What is MgCl2? Manganese chloride. Or CaO means calcium oxide and NaF sodium chloride are the constituent atoms. Complete the octet by lose or gain of electrons. K is equal to K plus E minus Cl plus E minus into Cl. K plus Cl minus KCl. What are the ionic solids? Now it's a very important question. It has come in board examination. It can be asked again. It's very important question. So please try to concentrate. Ionic solids are solids which contains cations and anions held together by ionic bonds. Sodium chloride NaCl, calcium chloride CaCl2 steps involved in the formation of the ionic compound. All the compounds in the solid state have each cation surrounded by specific number of anions and vice versa. The arrangement of cations and anions in crystalline solid is ordered and these ions are held together by Coulombic forces of attraction. So if you see any time NaCl crystal in the textbook, formation of ions depends easily which an atom can lose or gain electrons. Mg plus electron will give ionization enthalpy. It can give ionization. Formation of ions depends upon ease with each atom can lose or gain electrons. Magnesium plus Mg plus 1 electron will give ionization enthalpy. Zh plus E is equal to electron gain enthalpy. N plus 1 Gx is equal to Mgx or Mxs. Ionization is always an endothermic process, that is involvement of the absorption of heat. While electron drain process can be exothermic or endothermic. Based on the ionization enthalpy, delta 1H and electron gain enthalpy, we can predict which elements can be formed ionic compounds. Elements having low ionization enthalpy can readily form ionic compounds. With elements having high negative value of the electron, here you have to keep in mind high negative value of the electron gain enthalpy. Both the processes take place in gaseous phase. Due to the formation of the ionic compounds like crystallizes from gaseous state MXG or MXA to solid state, the structure in which the crystalline depends upon the size of the ion, their working or arrangement and other factors. The overall stability of the ionic solid depends on the interaction between all the ions considered and energy releases during the formation of the crystal lattice. Consider the formation of NaCl. G, that is gaseous state, will give you Na-G plus electron. Delta H, that is energy involved, will be 495.8 kg mole minus 1. Chloride plus electron. Chloride will give you delta EgH minus 348.7 kg. Now this electron is, this chlorine will lose energy, chlorine will lose energy and sodium will gain energy. Therefore we will get NaCl gas plus chlorine gas will give you NaCl gas plus 147 plus 1 kg mole. The conversion of NaCl to NaCl is associated with the release of energy which is 788 kg mole. The released energy is much more than absorbed energy. Thus the stability of the ionic compound can be estimated knowing the amount of energy released during the lattice formation and not just by the energy associated with the completion of the octet rule. The stability of the ionic compound is measured in the amount of energy released during the lattice formation. Now this lattice and solid state will discuss more detail in 12th standard. What is lattice enthalpy? Lattice enthalpy of an ionic solid is defined as the energy required to completely separate 1 mole of solid ionic compound into the gaseous component. latest enthalpy values of some octet ionic compounds I'll give you. LiCl it will be 853 kg mole minus 1. NaCl 788 mole kg mole minus 1. BeF2 3020 kg mole minus 1. CaCl2 2250 kg mole minus 1. AlCl3 5492 kg mole minus 1. Now I am arranging the following products with the increasing, that is positive value of the latest enthalpy. Compounds having cations with higher charges have large latest enthalpy, higher positive value than the compounds having cations with a lower energy. Hence the correct order is NaCl is less than KCl2 is less than AlCl3. Latest enthalpy. Now question arises, why the latest enthalpy LiF is more than that of NaF? Explain. As the size of the cation decreases, the latest enthalpy increases. Li ion is smaller than Na ion, hence the latest enthalpy of LiF is more than NaF. Therefore, we will arrange in the decreasing order of the ionization enthalpy. AlCl3 will be less than BeF2, will be less than CaCl2, will be less than LiCl, will be less than NaCl. Now we come to Lewis-Langmuir concept. Lewis suggested that there are atoms which contain inert gas, that is 1s2 or ns2 np6 configuration, by sharing one more electronic pair with a similar to dissimilar. Each atoms contribute one electron to the shared electron pair and has an equal claim of shared pair electrons. Langmuir is called Lewis suggests Lewis electronic pair bond as covalent. Thus the concept of covalent bond is known as Lewis-Langmuir concept. A shared pair of electron is represented by dash and is responsible for holding two atoms together. Define the now the question arises, what is covalent bond? The attractive force which exists due to the mutual sharing of the electrons between the two atoms of the similar electronegativity having the same small differences in electronegativity is called covalent bond. Formation of H2 molecule. This is also an important question which is asked in the board examination in 12th standard. The electronic configuration of hydrogen atom is 1s1. It needs one more electron to complete its valency shell. When the two hydrogen atoms approach each other at certain intermolecular distance, they share their valency electrons. They share the pair of electrons belong equally to both hydrogen atoms. Thus, the atoms are said to be linked by a single covalent bond and H2 molecule is formed. H and shared pair electrons or H minus H. Formation of the chlorine molecule. In the electronic configuration of the chlorine atom is Ne3s2 3p5. It needs one more electron to complete its valency shell. When the two or more electrons, chlorine atoms approach another and central nuclear distances, they share the valency of the electron. In the process, both the atoms attain the valency shell of an octet of the nearest noble gas, argon. The shared pair of electrons belong equally to both the chlorine atoms. Thus, the two atoms are said to be linked by a single covalent bond or Cl2 molecule is formed. Cl plus Cl minus, Cl Cl or Cl dash Cl. The important features of the covalent bond is: covalent bond is formed as a result of sharing of the electronic pair between the two atoms. When the covalent bond is formed, each combining atom contributes with one electron to shared pair. The combination of atoms attain the two outermost shell noble gas configuration as a result of sharing of electrons. Now we come to the types of covalent bonds with a suitable example. I have been explaining you the formula of HOH, that is H2O molecule. HOH. The three types of covalent bonds are as follows. Single bond, when two combining atoms share one electronic pair, the covalent bond between them is a single bond. Single bond is observed in the number of molecules. H2Cl2, Cl2 and water molecule. Double bond. When the two combining atoms share the pair of electrons, the covalent bond between them is called double bond. That is C2H4 molecule. Triple bond. When the combining atoms share the three pairs of electrons, the covalent bond between them is called triple bond. Triple bond is presented in N2 molecule, that is COO2 or CCl4 carbon tetrachloride, or C2H2, C triple bond C, H on both the sides will come as C2H2. So now you understood covalent bond with suitable examples. Explain in brief what are the coordinate compounds. What are the coordinate compounds? The type of the covalent bond where both the electron that form bond originate from the same atom. The atom with a lone pair of electrons, known bonding of the electrons is capable of formation of the coordinate compounds. For example, the reaction of ammonia with boron trifluoride. In this reaction, ammonia with the boron, before the reaction, nitrogen N in ammonia has 8 valency electrons, including a lone pair of electrons, and boron B, the boron trifluoride, has only 6 valency electrons. So it has got 2 electrons short of an octet. The 2 unpaired electrons from a bond between the nitrogen and boron, resulting in complete octet for both the atoms. A coordinate bond is represented by an arrow. The direction of arrow indicates that electrons are moving from nitrogen to boron. Thus, ammonia forms a coordinate bond with boron trifluoride. That is, N will give us 3H one side, B will give 3F other side. That is, once formed coordinate compound is same as equivalent to covalent bond. Now I will discuss with you the steps to write Lewis dot structure. Add the total number of valency electrons of combining atoms in molecules. In anions, add 1 electron for each negative charge. In cations, subtract 1 electron from the valency electrons for each positive charge. In cations, subtract 1 electron from the valency electrons for positive charge. Write skeletal nature of molecule to show that atoms and number of valency electrons forming a single bond between the atoms. Remaining electron pair to complete the octet of each atom. Octet is not possible for multiple bonds between the atom and such that octet of each atom is complete. In polyatomic atoms or ions, the last electronegative atom is the central atom. In SO4 2 ion, S is the central atom and NO3 is N and in NO3 N is also the central atom. So after writing the number of electrons are shared paired from single bonds, the remaining electron pairs are used either for the multiple bonds or they remain lone pairs. Now I will discuss Lewis structure of NO2 ion. What is NO2? Nitrite ion. Count the total number of valency electrons in nitrogen atom, oxygen atom and 1 electron additional negative charge. Valency shell configuration of nitrogen and oxygen are N is 2s2 2p3, O is 2s2 2p4. That means total electrons available will be 5 plus 2 into 6 plus 1, that is 18 electrons. The skeletal nature structure of NO2 is written as ONO. Now we draw a single bond between the one shared pair between the nitrogen and oxygen atom, then distribute the remaining electrons to achieve the noble gas conformation of each atom. This does not compete with octane nitrogen. Hence, there are multiple bonds between the nitrogen and oxygen atom. A double bond that remaining 2 electrons constitute a lone pair of nitrogen. NO, Lewis dot or structure of NO2. O N N minus O N double bond O. Lewis structure for the carbon oxide molecule. What is CO? Carbon monoxide. Count the number of electrons of carbon and oxygen atoms The valency configuration of carbon and oxygen atoms are 2s square, 2p2 and 2s square and 2p4 respectively. The valency electrons are available are 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. The skeletal nature of carbon monoxide is written as draw a single bond, one shared electron pair between the C and O and complete the octet on O. The remaining two electrons is a lone pair of CO or C minus O. The octet on carbon is not complete. Hence the number of multiple bonds between the C and O, a triple bond between C and O satisfies the octet rule. For the carbon and oxygen, the Lewis structure of CO molecule is CO. Now we discuss about hydrogen atom, water atom. Take it as assignment. You will have to draw Lewis diagram, dot diagram for the following as per the assignment. Hydrogen, water, carbon dioxide, methane, lithium fluoride. Also, now we discuss also you write down the electronic dot structure of hydrogen fluoride, C2H6, C2H4 and Cl3Cl and SO2. This way you have to complete the assignment. So it's very simple. You show me the assignment when you come for the practicals and I will do it completely. So now we come to the formal charge. Formal charge is assigned to an atom in a molecule assuming that all electrons are shared equally between the atoms regardless of their relative electronegativity. While determining the best Lewis structure per molecule, the structure is chosen that such formal change is close to the zero as possible. The structure having the lowest formal change has the lowest energy. Formal change is assigned to an atom based on electronic dot structure of the molecule or the ion. Formal change of an atom in a Lewis structure of a polyatomic species can be determined using the formula. Formal change or an atom in a Lewis structure is equal to total number of valency electron in free atom minus the total number of non-bonding or lone pair of electrons minus half total number of bonding or shared electron, or Fc is equal to B E minus Ne minus Be upon 2. Calculate now in which way we will be calculating the formal dot on oxygen atom. In case of O3 ozone molecule, Lewis dot structure ozone molecule is shown below. O1, O2, O3. The oxygen atoms are represented in O3 molecule and are labeled as 1, 2, 3. Therefore, we will write number of oxygen atom, make one column. Next column will be total number of electrons in free atom Ve, total number of non-bonding electrons Ne, and total number of shared electrons. Therefore, formal charge Fc is equal to Ve minus Ne minus half Ve. Therefore, in the number of oxygen atom will be 1. Total number of electrons in free charge atom Ve will be 6. Total number of non-bonding electrons Ne will be 2. Total number of shared electrons in bonding will be 6. Fc is equal to 6 minus 2 minus half. 6 is equal to plus 1. 2. Then now we come to number of oxygen atom 2. Total number of electrons in free atom Ve is 6. Total number of non-bonding electrons 4. Total number of shared electrons in bond 4. Fc is equal to 6 minus 4 minus half into 4, that is equal to 0. Third, total number of electrons in a free atom 6. Total number of non-bonding electrons 6. Total number of sharing electrons Be, Fc is equal to 6 minus 6 minus half upon 2 is equal to minus 1. Now on the basis of the formal charge value O3 is shown. O3 means oxygen 2 plus. Then again 2 electrons on the two sides, 2 electrons on the below, 2 electrons on the two sides, 2 electrons on the other side, 2 electrons below, that is negative charge. Indicating the charge of the atoms in the Lewis structure helps in keeping the track of valency electrons in the molecule. Formal charges help in the selection of the lowest energy structure to form the number of possible Lewis structure of the given spices. For CO2, CO2 can be represented in three structures. O, 2 electrons above and 2 electrons below, that is one. Double bond C, 2 electrons down. Okay, I am concluding the lecture. We will discuss in next lecture. Till then, revise it and very good. And come to the mark of the 12th standard or 11th standard. Thank you very much.